Hello again, students at Davis County High School. I'm Mr. Wethington. I'm going to talk with you a little bit more about how we can make the school day run a little more smoothly, just to be respectful of the educational process. So in the mornings, let's talk about the mornings before and even after school. Our student pickup and our student drop-off and pickup line. So we need to be dropped off for school on the south side of the building outside the business hallway. So the parking lot on the south side of the campus, outside the business hallway, that's where parents would drop off, parents or guardians would drop off students. And then students can walk down the front sidewalk to come to the front doors. So I know the first day of school we had students getting dropped off at different locations. That's fine for the first day, but now that we're back into school, we need to make sure that we're getting dropped off on the south end of campus, outside of the business hallway. After school, parents pick up at the same place. There are occasionally parents picking up in the back parking lot. That will be okay as long as the parents find a parking spot. We have a lot of young drivers here at Davis County High School in the back parking lot, so make sure parents or guardians, they can find a parking spot and wait for you to get to their car. But I don't want to crowd up the traffic with the students leaving campus with parents and guardians picking up students. Okay, now, to make things run smoother during lunchtime with the lunch shifts, make sure your class, make sure you're walking to the cafeteria in the least amount of disruption as possible. We don't need to go outside of our own hallways to get to the cafeteria. We need to go from your classroom to the cafeteria the shortest, quickest way possible without taking detours through the building. We don't want to disrupt any other classes who aren't going to lunch. So make sure walking to the cafeteria, shortest distance possible. Don't make any unnecessary changes or turns. And then once we get into the cafeteria, unfortunately, I know it's tough, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it together. No cell phones during lunch. So the cell phone policy here at Davis County High School, it's from 8 o'clock to 3:15. So that includes transition times between classes. It also includes lunch. So we can discuss with our peers. We can have fun with one another. We just won't have our cell phones with that. So make sure you're respectful of that rule, of that expectation, and be responsible in how you comply with it. I'd really appreciate that. Also, after lunch, walking back to class, we don't need to be late to class. So if you're going to the restroom, if you're delaying getting back to class with your peers, teachers, I'm asking that you will cite them for being tardy. Like, we can't have a lot of students all in the restroom hanging out, not making their way back to class after their lunch shift. So teachers, make sure that you cite them as being tardy, and then we can discuss that issue with the students in the front office. So Mr. Farley, Ms. Newcomb, Mr. Howard, and I will be happy to teach them what the expectation is once again. After school, after school at 3:15, cell phone policy is over. You're free to get out your cell phone and use that as you normally would to contact your rider, contact friends, or just catch up on some messages from the day. So I hope you comply with what we're asking here at Davis County High School. I want to have a smooth start so everyone knows exactly what to expect, and I really appreciate your cooperation. And as always, I ask that you're respectful to one another, be responsible for your classwork and for your behavior, and also represent your family and represent Davis County High School in the most positive way possible. So always the Panther family, thank you guys for listening, and go Panthers.